What's up, YouTube? What's going on? My name is Sean, and you're welcome to Curated by Sean.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive.
Today, we're going to talk about the 5 major concentrations of fragrances that we have and how having knowledge about this 5 concentrations can help you make the perfect choice for your fragrance purchase. I started out buying fragrances just as a fragrance lover, just as somebody that loved to smell nice everywhere that I went to. I literally had no knowledge about types of fragrance concentrations that we had. I just smelled the perfume and I felt, oh, this fragrance smells so good. I want it, and I bought it. And I was really disappointed with the first set of fragrances that I bought because they really smelled good, but I was bothered because they didn't perform the way I expected them to perform, and it was like a waste of my money. There are lots of fragrances that smell really amazing, but smelling really amazing, it's not what really makes a fragrance. You need to know what you're getting into. You need to know what you're buying. You need to know that even though this fragrance smells so good, can it fit into the purpose that I want to buy it for? So we're going to talk about the 5 major fragrance concentrations that we have. I'm going to start from the least potent up to the most potent. I'm going to start talking from the Eau Fraiche, which is the least potent of all these concentrations, and which literally means fresh water in French. The Eau Fraiche concentration of perfume have only about 1 to 3% of perfume oils in them, and this is the reason why they don't really do so great when it comes to projection. When you spray it, you enjoy it, it dries down in your body, and it requires resprays. So basically, I recommend the Eau Fraiche perfume for that guy, that girl that just want to kick it back and just sit back. Maybe you've had a long day at work, you're back, you just want to relax. Get your Eau Fraiche perfume after a shower, spray it on yourself, wrap yourself up in a blanket, hit the remote control, and play that movie. My perfect go-to for Eau Fraiche perfume will be the Versace Eau Fraiche. It is a beautiful bottle of fragrance. I love the bottle, I love the packaging, but I don't think that the juice in it is for me. I think it will do well for somebody that really, like I said, wants to lay back, wants to have fun, wants to sit on the couch and watch movies with a loved one and just enjoy the moment. It's not something that you wear because you want to go out, because you want to make an impression, or because you want to please the senses of the people around you. The second category of fragrance concentration is the Eau de Cologne. The Eau de Cologne is a step higher than the Eau Fraiche. The Eau de Cologne is also an amazing concentration according to what you might require it for. The Eau de Cologne barely has any heart or base notes. It's just a starter. It starts strong and then it begins to die down quickly. But the good thing about most of these Eau de Colognes is that you can also wear them. They're really close to the Eau Fraiche perfumes or fragrances, but you can enjoy them a little more. It does a little more because it has a little more oil concentration in it. It has around 2 to 4% scented oil concentration, and for this reason, it projects more. Basically, Eau de Cologne are for men. For example, my favorite, which is the Dior Homme. Homme stands for male in French. So this is not a perfume or a fragrance that is for everybody. It is basically more tuned to the male, and it has the characteristics of a male fragrance. The third concentration, which is one of the most popular, which people go to by default because it smells really great. It does quite a little bit of projection for people that don't really know. It could deceive you into thinking you are actually wearing the real deal. And this is the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette is the basic fragrance that people typically go for. This is when you really start talking about owning fragrances and being able to enjoy fragrances to a large extent. Eau de Toilette fragrances have up to 5 to 15% scented oils in them, which kind of makes them perform way or a little better than the Eau de Cologne and the Eau Fraiche. The Eau de Toilette is the entry-level fragrance for people that are really enthusiastic about collection of fragrances, and we have a vast number of Eau de Toilette fragrances. My favorite go-to Eau de Toilette fragrance is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, especially the one for women. I consider that unisex because it is a very citrusy smell. I love citrus smells and it does really well. I think it does better than the male version, and it is a beautiful perfume. It is a beautiful fragrance that is very, very easy to wear in any kind of temperature, in any kind of weather, and in any kind of situation. The fourth class of concentration, and now we're getting into the big boy part, is the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfum is where you start talking money. Is where you start talking big boy. Is where you start talking big girl. Is where you start talking fragrance and fragrance lovers. These might come a little expensive. These might start to range from the $80 mark way up to the $200 mark. But believe me, it is a bang for your buck. And this is why I say so, because the Eau de Parfum have up to 15 to 20% more scented oils in them than the other three fragrances, other three concentrations that I actually talked about before. It took me a while to really understand the difference between all this concentration of perfumes, but the day that I figured it out was the day that everything changed for me. For me, I think that Eau de Parfum and Eau de Toilette have a special place in the collection of every individual. There are times that you want to wear a fragrance that you don't want it to annoy you with the sillage, or you just don't want it to bother you, or you just don't want it to stay on you. You just want to enjoy the fresh burst of the feeling that it gives you, and you want it to dry down and stay close to the skin. Basically, that is where you have the Eau de Toilette fragrances. But for the Eau de Parfum, they perform better. It stays on you more, it projects a little more, and it lasts longer. Number one go-to Eau de Parfum is always the Creed Aventus. The Creed Aventus is an amazing, amazing, amazing Eau de Parfum for me and for everybody. Right now, as I speak to you, I'm wearing the Tisana Terenzi Kirky, and it's an amazing, amazing, amazing Extrait de Parfum fragrance. It is beautiful. I wore it this morning, and everybody has been asking me. It's a fruit bomb fragrance. It smells amazing. I just want to sit by myself, not talking to nobody disturbing me, and just enjoy. It's like being in a garden of flowers and fruits. Amazing, amazing, amazing perfume. These kind of fragrances can range from the $200 mark way up to $1,500. And believe me, this is always a bang for your buck. Now we talked about the 5 major categories of fragrance concentrations, and I hope that you will be able to make the choice of the fragrance that you need for that particular occasion. I believe that you should have one of each of these concentrations because they all have their individual usages. You might not be able to wear the Extrait de Parfum to some certain places because of the strength, the projection, and because you do not want to be offensive. For example, you can wear a Eau de Cologne, you can wear a Eau Fresh to a job interview without being offensive. But I would never advise you to wear a Creed perfume or to wear a Parfum de Marly perfume or to wear a Tisana Terenzi perfume to a job interview. It might be offensive. It might cost you the job. They might think you don't need the money because you're already wearing something so expensive, and it might not just be the right perfume for that day. Thank you so much, YouTube, for watching this video. I hope I've been able to bring you some value. If I have been able to bring you some value, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications button. I love you guys so much. Remember, if it's not kind, don't say it. Be the best of yourself. See you later. Bye. Bye.
As I reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky.